bonsoir. What's up? Allô, bonsoir. What's up?
Stop.
Allô, bonsoir. What's up? Allô, bonsoir. What's up? Comme un nouillet, 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 comme un nouillet.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Cheers. This is something different, all right. Oh, you want that?
Yeah, just so you can see me, because I'm not right.
Okay. We back at it again with another one. This is FM Late Night Poetry. Oh, I just changed the name, so I'll give you a second. This is FM Late Night Podcast. Let's go. We have your girl, Lala.
Hey.
We have your girl, Miss Reaction.
Miss Reaction in the building.
Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on IG at Simply Lala1. That's SIMPLYLALA, the number 1.
Okay.
Hey, make sure you follow Lala, but after you follow Lala, hit your girl Miss Reaction up, MISS_reaction, Miss_reaction, you already know.
Yeah.
Okay. First question, how long you guys been doing poetry? I know you guys are pretty seasoned in that.
I've been writing since I was about 13. I haven't been performing until the end of October-ish of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you?
I think that's the same. I think I started writing when I was like 13, 14, and then I've actually been performing for probably about maybe 5 years or so, like in different venues and different states and stuff, because I move a lot, so I get to just do poetry wherever.
Yes.
Okay. So what made you guys get into that though?
Like actually get into writing?
Get into writing.
I've always loved to just write when I was younger, so I don't know what just inspired it to go from one thing to just writing poems. It just, I guess, spilled out of me, so to speak, but I don't know. And I mean, I always listen to and Def Jam poetry, because I used to stay up watching it. I used to stay up watching it.
Okay.
I think like the same shit, like Def Jam poetry like really inspired a lot of artists. Like the authenticity, you don't get that shit no more.
Yeah.
You don't get that realness. Y'all not real poets anymore. Like watch Def Jam poetry. But like for me, I'm a Leo. I did a lot of performing art shit, and I love being on stage, but putting my emotions on stage was probably the best thing I ever did. Instead of reading a script for somebody and being like, oh, let me do his art, doing my own personal art was like the most powerful shit I could ever do.
Yeah.
And the poetry community is dope. Orlando poetry community, I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all, because at the end of the day, like it's really a family. Yeah. And you have people who support, like Lala, like me and Lala has been like such an inspiration for me. We motivate each other, we talk to each other, we work through our art together. And it's more than just I'm going up there and doing some shit. It's like I'm growing as a person and as an artist. And so I respect that just within this local community. And that's what keeps me wanting to do my shit.
What you call a real poet? How would you describe a real poet?
Ooh, Lala, you go first.
Put me on the chopping block. To be honest, I think a real poet is just anybody who's willing to just be able to express themselves truthfully, and not doing it in a way that's harmful, or to harm others, There's a way to be able to express yourself without causing yourself more harm and causing somebody else harm. Like, yes, some of the stuff that we're going to write is going to be hurtful. Like, that's, without a doubt, everybody has a trauma somewhere, right? But I'm not going to write in my poem that you should go kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, hey, I may write a poem about suicidal thoughts that I may have, but sometimes a lot of the journey is you wanting to hear how you came out of that, Don't dig yourself into a deeper hole, but at the end of the day, it's just that ability to be able to fully express yourself. Poetry doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to just reach somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just the ability to be able to reach somebody or reach yourself, because some people don't even share their work. So just to be able to, be able to get yourself out of whatever experience it is that you're going through. I don't think there's really a thing called a fake poet unless you're stealing somebody else's work.
Shit. Word. And to piggyback off of that, like, that's valid. Like, there's no such thing as, like, a fake poet. For me, a real poet is somebody who really embraces their art in the sense of who they are. I think for me, like, we talked about this, Lala, like, I used to think because my art is different, so like I freestyle my shit and then I voice record it and then I memorize it and then I perform it. A lot of poets write their shit, and so my technique is different, and then my approach is different, and my delivery was different. And so for me, it was like, damn, maybe I'm not a good poet because I don't do it like everybody else. Yeah. But it's like you gotta find your niche and commit to that and still be receptive within the community. So, and getting that support meant a lot to me. So for me, a real poet is somebody who just embraces their uniqueness and like doesn't let other people's success hinder them. Lala is amazing, and it is very intimidating to go again. Nah, but seriously, it's very like, she's so dope, and like we talk about this, I'm gonna cry because I've watched her evolve so rapidly, and like to go to these events and watch her do such great work, it's like, fuck, she's so good. And I've watched her, and me, my ass be at work and doing basic shit, and Lala's actually putting the work to be a better poet. So to watch
work
somebody,
doing it too.
not me. So that's what I'm saying. She a better poet than me. And so to watch, so the importance of that is like enjoying other poets who are like invested in it and letting them inspire you to be great. That's what poetry is about. It's not a competition. There are competitions. We have slams. Yeah. We have events where it's like you're competing for money and shit like that. But at the end of the day, everybody wins. And that's the beauty about poetry. Everybody, it's not American Idol where it's like, I lost, I won. Even when you lose, you still win because you have the experience of performing and meeting dope people. And that's the difference between the poetry community versus like anything else.
Yeah, I think sometimes like a win for me is just being able to like have somebody come up and be like, yo, that poem really touched me. Or, you know, I really needed to hear that. Even if I lost that day, you know, it's like, oh, well, I still got across to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody understood the message. So.
And that's the important shit of it, because it's like, when, like, even tonight, like, watching people be like, yo, you're dope, and we can't even get to our car without people being like, yo, Lala, that shit was amazing, and like, it was impactful.
And you too.
That is the power of like, damn, this is why I do this shit. Yeah. And it's not like I'm doing it for them. I'm releasing my own personal like trauma or feelings, and people are gravitating toward that. That's a powerful feeling of like, hey, I'm being authentically me, I'm being vulnerable, and there's somebody out here who is feeling the same shit I'm feeling, so I'm not alone. Right. And that's the beauty of fucking poetry.
That's kind of be my next question. Where do you guys get the motivation? Like, because I know your styles, everybody have their own style, right? Mm-hmm. So you guys' styles are more like, it's like really feeling, you know, like it's like, not, I want to say acne because it's gonna sound kind of weird, but you know, you guys really step into the world of what you guys do.
So I think that probably comes into us having a background of slamming. Yeah. So slamming is more of a performative type of poetry. It's definitely like you act as not saying that what you're saying is false, but you have to incorporate your body, your movements into what it is that you're saying, as well as to give somebody an entire picture of what it is that you're saying. So you embody the poem a little bit differently than just some poets that will, you know, just get up on the mic and you know, read from, like I did my very first poem, I just read from my phone, you know. It's not going to come off the same when I memorize it and I embody that poem and be able to do it with movement. A lot of the,
we said, the difference between reading a poem and performing.
Right. But I think some of the motivation that I get like into writing, it just comes from I like watching other poets, especially poets that I feel for me are better than me in slam, because I slam, right? So the ones that I see that are always winning or something like that, and I know I can grab something from what they're doing, or I'll watch like a whole competition that's on live or something that may not be here in Orlando, and I'm like, I did it the other day and I was like, ooh, he said something that triggered something in me to want to write. However, that poem came out a bust, and then the next one came out a bust, and then the next one came out a bust, and then I wrote the one I wrote, then I wrote the one I ended up reading first when I performed first earlier. So it, you know, it took a couple of different turns until it gets to the one that you want it to, right?
So I have a question for you. So for me, I've been doing slam a little longer than Lala, but I fell off. So it's funny because when you progressed in slam, I actually was like regressing from it. I was like, nah, I'm good on slam. Let me just be me, because it was giving me so much fucking anxiety. So,
but I like the way you
anxiety
perform.
as in what?
What gives you? Because like for slam, it's like here, it's effortless. Like I could just have fun, and I don't have the pressure of like, am I gonna win? Am I gonna get a 10? Am I gonna
like
am I gonna
Poetic Thursdays?
Like Poetic Thursday, or even new
some of the other
Get It How You Feel. I'm shouting out everybody. So I'm John T. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, Orange's Media. Like just appreciate it. I'm shouting y'all shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good poetry events in Orlando, or even I could shout some shit out in LA and Jersey and New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm just gonna focus on Orlando. Yeah. For me, slamming was really hard because it took away the joy of just performing, because I'm really competitive. So I'm like, I have to win. Instead of coming here, I'm like, I just want to get up there and just kill it. And so for my question to you would be like, so how do you still find joy in slamming? Not to take away like question shit. How do you still find joy? Because for me, I lost the joy, and so I stopped slamming because slamming made me lose joy in poetry. So like what makes you be like, yo, this is so exciting, where like the competition isn't taken away from like the joy I do this?
I'm similar to you, right? I'm very, very competitive, and I have to win.
You want to win, and especially
I can feel that.
They put like 200, 300 line. I'm broke. I'm like, nigga, this is my T-Mobile bill. I need to win.
But I keep myself grounded in what it is that why I ever picked up a pen in the first place. It's my passion.
Valid.
Right? So even regardless if I'm doing it on a slam stage or an open mic stage, a feature stage, at the end of the day, this is still what I love to do, and I'm still embodying it, and at the end of the day, if I could still get across to just one person that's in that room that night, then I still succeeded in some way. So I have to, sometimes I do have to remind myself of the message. And I take my breaks. I take my breaks from poetry. Like, after Voices in Power, I took a week off. I took this past week off.
I was about to say Voices in Power was last week.
But I took it off.
Lala was a feature at Voices in Power. Check out Voices in Power. Google them on IG. She was a feature. She killed that shit. Make sure you watch that shit. Just small
ain't
plug.
post those videos yet. But however,
repost that shit.
However, I took a couple of days off to just clear my mind of anything poetry. Like, I didn't write. I didn't think about. I wasn't trying to watch anything poetry. I just took a break, mental dump, and then I was like, okay, I'm ready to write. And I got back into it. Because it can get stressful. Valid. Even just trying to create a new poem for an open mic can be stressful. I don't want, every time I go to the open mic, I don't want everyone to continuously hear the same stuff. So I'm always like pressuring myself to like, oh, let's write a new poem, right? But then now I've progressed so much in my poetry, it's like the new one got to be better than my last one.
But so can I touch on that? So like with poetry, it was funny because I met somebody in Arizona. I lived in Phoenix, and I did a lot of poetry in Phoenix, Arizona. And she was like, she did a poem on like, why are poets not allowed to do the same poem? Why can I repeat my shit? Because poets always feel like we have to have new shit. New shit. And it's like, singers, Usher been singing You Got It Bad for like 30 fucking years. It's like, why can't we? T.I. been singing, you know what I mean? Like, Ludacris been like, get back, you don't know me like that. And it's like, rappers can do the same shit forever, but poets always feel like we have to produce new shit, otherwise we're not like good. And so I've learned how, like, so for instance, tonight, like I was telling Lala, I did a poem tonight that I've done a couple times, but I've revamped it, took out some shit, added some shit, and just kind of like increased 2.0 that shit. And that was a version of me, like, I want to do my same shit, but I really want to see if I can perfect this poem. I don't want to do no new shit when I have old shit that I can really work on. Or I got old shit where it's like, yo, my nigga, you was drunk last time you heard this. So like, let me you ain't hear what I was saying, and I was saying some real shit. So let me spit this one more time for you. Or when the audience here is not the audience that's that new piece. That's not the audience that's that get it how you feel Wednesday. So it's like, yo, you ain't even heard this shit. I can spit this shit 3 times this month and still reach a different audience. And so for me, what I had to learn was like, I have to be comfortable in like, you know what, I'm gonna repeat this shit and it's gonna be cool. And
I'm not saying I don't.
No.
It's like that. I go to all the events, spit the poem,
and even if there's
maybe twice, right, at each event, and then it's like, all right, I need something new. Like,
but that's my shit too. I always felt like, but I got uncomfortable with like, repeating my poetry because there was a point where I was like, if I did it twice, I'm done. I'm never doing this poem again. I'm like,
oh no, I'm not
heat.
like that. Yeah.
This shit is heat. That's where I was for a while because I felt like poets had to always come up with like new shit. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to hear that shit every time I stepped into the room. And I was like, you know what, Jasmine, my old shit is fire.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be fire. And I should someone needs to hear it today.
Facts.
I don't care. I did this shit a year ago.
That feeling.
Yeah, and so like the poem I did tonight, I wrote that shit like a year and a half ago, and that's the first time I did the 2.0 version of it. But I've done it. Lala's heard it on when it was basic, and then I kind of increased it, and it's like, all right, cool. So
yeah,
I think singers don't even realize that poets have so much more pressure on us when it comes to creating art and being like unique and like fresh. Singers can do the same fucking like, yo, this is my new hit, my niggas, yo, hit me up, I've been posting this shit, and like y'all can say the same shit every week. And poets, if we do the same shit every week, everybody be like, yo, this poet is whack. Versus an artist where they be like, yo, oh, this is her new shit, so she gonna keep playing it. Like, we have more pressure on us than a singer or a rapper because we always consistently have to feel like we're producing new shit. Right or wrong?
I be telling people,
I feel like that.
Yeah.
New shit eventually turns to old shit. That's like,
or revive stuff,
you know?
and I think that works too. So, but it's inspiring to like be next to art. Every time I see Lala, I get excited. Not only because she's beautiful and she's talented, but because she really motivates me. Because when she comes up with new shit, you can see the elevation in like her poetry game. Like, it's really like the last poem she did, like that. I was like, oh shit. And I've heard it before, but hearing her poetry almost still feels like it's the first time every time. And that, Lala, is powerful.
She gets into we'll get into it.
To hear a poem and feel like it's the first time, even though it's like the second or third time you heard that shit, lets you know like that shit is powerful. Because who knows how you was feeling when you did it last time?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So like what she said,
your attitude.
There's
definitely
a difference between saying poetry and performing poetry. And when you learn your poem and you can actually like feel that shit, it's a whole different experience versus you just reading off the phone. And no disrespect to poets who read off the phone. I fuck with y'all, I respect with y'all. I did it. I love when y'all be like, yo, I wrote this shit 3 hours ago. I'm not that poet. I'm not a 3 hour. You'll never hear no shit I wrote 3 hours ago. I'm not that poet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She a real one. Me, if I wrote it 3 hours ago, you gonna hear it next week, my nigga. Ain't no way.
I'd be excited. I'd be like, oh, you gotta hear this.
Because for me, if I don't memorize it, I'm not doing it. And that's only because I freestyle my shit, so I don't even remember what the fuck. Lil Wayne freestyle his shit, and then he remember his lyrics later, or he has to have his lyrics on a fucking jumbotron because he be like, I don't know what the fuck I said, but I know that shit was heat. That be me. And so I really Lil Wayne my poetry, and so I don't be remembering my shit, and so I be embarrassed to come up here and fuck up. Yeah, I have gotten comfortable with like writing and reading it off my phone because a lot of poets do it. I was embarrassed at first because that wasn't my technique. But poets like Lala really, really inspire me. Find you an inspiration, a sponsor, somebody that you can connect with that would really make you really feel open about like doing poetry.
And I like watching Miss Reaction because she's always like so animated. But she never looks like she never looks scared when she gets up there. It's always like this like burst of confidence, and it's just like I want to be like you. Because
I can hear her saying this shit 2 years ago. This year, you saw her. She said, yo, my name is Lala. Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh shit. Bitch couldn't even hit record. I was like, wait, Lala, I ain't even hit record.
Right. I had a smile on my face. I turned around. There wasn't none.
So I was like, yo, who is she? She transformed immediately. So she talking about she want to be like me. Shit. I don't rock like that. That's talent. That shit was tough. She had the whole place like, oh shh. And you know it's good when. And so sometimes with poetry, people be like, I want to hear snaps. I want to hear the ooh ah. Nah, you know your shit is good when everybody shuts the fuck up and they just stuck. Like Lala be having people like ooh ah. And it's the whole room just quiets. When the whole room can just quiet, I don't care if I'm ordering food, pizza, a drink. I want to shut up because what you saying is really like, it's got my attention. That's how you know you're a good poet. I don't need your applause. I need your silence. Your silence shows your attention. When people are distracted or they're not interested in your poetry, they're going to talk to their friend. They're going to be on their phone. They're going to go over there and order. They're going to hug. Hey, girl. Nah, bitch, not during my poem. You're not finna hey, girl, during my poem. The fuck?
You got to take control of the room.
Literally. And that's the thing about poetry, because it's like, we're artists. They have the beat. We don't have beats.
Right.
We have our voice.
Your voice
and
is
that's
your beat.
it. If you're not out there, if you're not grabbing attention by your words and your what's the word I'm looking for?
Tone?
No, it's like your rhythm. Like your rhythm. I can't think of
Cadence.
Cadence.
Sorry,
yes.
I had to think.
Yes, your cadence. If your words and your cadence aren't grabbing people, then my nigga, then you're not gonna do it. And people are gonna be like, oh, that was cute, thank you, yay. Give it up one more time for misreaction. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about poetry. People don't understand that being a poet is so much more deeper than singing or rapping, because it's a lot more work that goes into it. And we're spilling our guts. Rappers could be like, fuck a bitch, suck a dick, we on this shit. I could be like, nigga, that shit hot with the beat. You know what I mean? So
That's funny. So what's y'all goals like in general?
to be a stripper who does poetry.
Stop it.
But you say that a lot?
They do have those erotic, like...
I do erotic poetry. So there's slam poetry, there's open mic poetry, then there's erotic poetry. So there's categories to this shit. I've touched all three. I'm blessed to touch all three, have poems in all three categories. My next step for me, I don't even know. I've been doing poetry for a long time. I just really just want to enjoying artists like Lala. I'm gonna continue to like big you up because you are fucking amazing. So my goal is just to come out when I'm having a rough day, have a space where I could just kind of like go on stage, feel loved, enjoy sharing my art, seeing amazing people like Lala, amazing people like some of the artists that's in there right now, and just continue to inspire or be inspired. Nights like this really give me a high that no drug or alcohol could, don't mind this. No drug or alcohol could ever give me. Yeah, we're gonna blur it out. So that's my goal with poetry. I always tell people, long story short, poetry is my therapy. Poetry is my therapy, and I always take it like that.
My goals right now, I'm in the process of writing a book.
Hey, author.
Also developing merchandise, shirts. I got shirts and hats in the works. So creating a business brand behind me as well. But ultimately, I just want to continue improving myself. I want to be a travel poet, but I also want to dip my hands into the youth community with poetry and getting them into activating their voices as well more. So I do help with Exodus United. If you don't know them, follow them on IG.
You're talking about I forgot her name.
Simba. Yep. Simba's the creator of Exodus United, and it's EXODUS United INC. And she deals with the youth, at-risk youth, and she takes them to Brave New Voices every year to compete, and she had the opportunity to co-coach with her for 2 years. So it really gave me a light on wanting to go back into mentoring children or young adults, excuse me. And letting their voices be heard in ways that are not like detrimental to their health and stuff like that. So
not me being selfish, like I'm doing poetry for me, and Lala's like I'm trying to save
the world.
Yeah, I fuck with you too.
One poetry at a time.
I mean, it's for me too. Right? You know,
I treat love the kids.
And I want my poetry to be like, I want them to be able to look at mine too and be like, yo, I want to do that. I can do that. I can do that better than you, coach. You know, type shit. Right? I'll be like, really? Let's go slam it out, you know?
No, fuck with that.
You guys ever try acting?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I think y'all would be good.
I don't want to act.
So I did performing arts. I did acting in high school, and then in college I did theater for my freshman and half my sophomore year in college. So acting was my shit, and I think that's why it's easy for me to like just get on stage and just do my shit. And I did a lot of improv. Like I did improv for like 5 years. So it's easy for me to just, even when I forget my poem, to just come up with some random shit, because it's like, y'all niggas don't know what the fuck I wrote. And so I'll just get up. There's been times I went on stage and I said some shit and people were like, ooh, and I was like, ooh, I just made that up. Let me remember that. I hope somebody recorded it, because I don't know what the fuck I just said, because that was not what I wrote. You know what I mean? So like, I think that kind of played a part on the ability to me to really just be a performing poet versus just like a reading poet. Was because I came from acting.
Yeah, I don't want to act.
Nah, I think you both would be good.
I'll do somebody.
You're literally walking the foot.
Yeah, I didn't see Lala
like your
tonight.
Performance is like,
she humble as fuck.
That's what I'm not trying to say it's acting, but it's like you literally have the gift for that.
You literally caught everybody's attention tonight. Like that last, and it's so. And I told her, because I almost cried last time I saw her, when I first saw her do that poem, because at fucking Jaunty's shit. And I was like, yo, that was so powerful. Because you did such, like, I was thrown off, and I've seen you perform multiple times, but you do such good work. And I was like, that's, so I get where the acting comes in, because she was just like, no, Sarge. And I was like, oh shit. I felt like I'm on the battlefield. But I was like, not fatigues. Where the fatigues come from? I didn't even know.
I was a veteran, so that's easy. That was easy to embody. You see what I'm saying? Those are stuff that I did. We trained for every single day. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it was something that I could, like, those movements and stuff. That was something I just. I didn't need no acting. I didn't need no acting for that. You know what I'm saying?
I know that, but
she got a point. But that's where poetry comes from. No, it comes from authentic life experiences. So for you, I didn't even know that, and that's why it makes sense why everybody's able to feel it, because it was real for you, because it's something you really experienced, and that's what poetry is about. Like really writing and performing something that you've actually, like when I sit up there and talk about niggas not being shit, I went through loving a man and he wasn't shit. So that's why I be up there like, fuck, why couldn't you just love me better? You know, broken pieces on my heart trying to hold us together, but I'm letting go. It's like I could feel that shit, because it's like I've been there. And so your poetry, when you're doing your poetry and you're talking about veterans and shit, it's people can feel it, because your feeling that you're portraying is authentic. And that's,
I believe that too, but you could tell.
No, ain't no acting, but the point of this is we're not acting, we're literally portraying real life experiences.
I'm not saying, I know, that part, but I'm saying I could tell who has a gift for that. They could.
I don't know. We know.
I'm saying both of you guys, like, you know,
we might see. You know, I don't want to.
You should try. Don't ever hold yourself back.
I'm not. I just. Maybe a commercial.
I mean, little.
Hey, I'm writing a short film, so
get out of here. Bro. Short film. All right, go come see us in the short film. We doing.
But you know what? It's funny because I'll write like screenplays, and I wrote a book, right? I never published it, but I wrote a book, like an actual novel, right? So that's the behind the scenes work. I think is more where I'm good at. It's just poetry is like the only, like, because I'm really like, I don't like to be in the camera in the center. I don't like to be center of attention on anything, to be honest. So
which is weird because she's an amazing poet. So for her to be, I don't like to be center of attention, but she went up there and was like, "Hi, my name is Lala." Blah 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 blah. What the fuck? Drop your drinks.
Getting low.
I know word. If you got real hood trauma, you under the table. That poem will have your ass like, who got it?
I thought it was a real gun in her hand.
Right, she had the mannerisms, and you know she held that shit before.
That's true.
You know
I love my rifle.
Hey,
what was that? What was it? Major Pain.
And wasn't even no baby pistol. She was holding a real rifle in that poem. I was like, oh, that's a stance. She had that shit is perfect.
Me and my M16.
That's funny.
Yeah.
This is my rifle. There's no other like it.
So if you guys could speak into existence, like wish, pray, or whatever, what would you guys speak out there?
What you mean?
For like what you guys? I know
for our future, or for what we want for poetry in general.
Future in general.
What we want poetry to be, or what we want poetry to be for us.
Let's get off poetry, like.
Well, what the fuck we in here for? We ain't talking about poetry,
girl. I say?
Yes, I was like,
I just wish that like my kids grow up to be healthy, that they grow up to be, you know, humane men in this society, because I have 3 boys. So I want them to be established men in society, and I pray that, you know, nobody fucks with them, because then they have to get with the mama.
Valid.
And then they really gonna get some blah 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 type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
And as far as myself, I'm in school right now, so I'm just trying to finish my bachelor's. I'm on schedule to graduate summa cum laude at that. So I'm excited. Got 10 classes left, so if I just make an A in the rest, then I'll be, you know, top of the class. And I just want to continue to show my boys that you can put your mind to anything and succeed. So, and make sure that they stay healthy.
My message to the people, hey yo, I'm like, I don't have any kids, so I'm really on some YOLO shit. I think for me, I know that ass, and you know, I'm 38, but you know, you think that shit grows old, but the older I get, the more I'm like, yo, life is short. The more I see people die and pass over like shit that's unexpected, the more I see people not fulfilling their potential or like investing their life into work or circumstances that's not really fulfilling them, and that's temporary fulfillment, like stuff that they should really be focused on temporary instead of like really living life. So for me, all I want to do is, poetry gives me an opportunity to really express myself and be free and be in a community that loves me. And so I enjoy poetry because of that feeling. I come out to these shows because of who I see and the feeling I get from watching them perform. So my message to everybody is to like really like just live your life, enjoy life, make smart decisions. There's no losses, there's only lessons, and learn from that shit and grow from that shit, and don't take life as like an end all be all when it comes to certain shit. God got your back. If you trust in God and you really put your best foot forward, life should be lived abundantly. That's what it's supposed to be. And so my message to that is just really to inspire that. Don't go off of your expectations, but let life just surprise you with what you're gifted, what you're supposed to be gifted with. So that's really it.
My hands are cold.
It's cold in here.
I can't even stand. Goddamn.
Not your fingers.
Got the AC on blast.
You know it's crazy. That's it.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up.
LYL.
Chase your dream.
Live your life. Be great at what you do. And like Lala said, you know what I'm saying? Like really be out there, be an inspiration. Let your life, if the things you do can inspire at least one other person, you've really fulfilled a purpose, and you can go on knowing like, hey, what I did, what I experienced was an inspiration for somebody else to be better, and that's another day to smile and keep going. So period.
All right.
That's it. Period.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all been drinking.
Yeah, I've been drinking.
I've been
All right, let's do this. So, thanks for tuning in. This is FM Late Night Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I keep forgetting name, you know, but just literally changed that name too. This is your girl.
La.
Let them know where they can find you again.
Simply Lala1 on IG, and then Lala It Is on TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
Tax to the tick on my nigga. Don't play. I don't really got TikTok like that. But Miss Reaction, MISS_reaction, Miss_reaction on IG. I think I'm Jazzy Faye on TikTok. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck with it, but just start with IG. We'll work on it.
Yeah.